Hello guys, we are going to be doing the arrow stitch, and this is the arrow stitch. For this project I used macchiato cakes in the color of Boundless. So let's get started. Oh, and I used the hook for that, a 6.5 millimeter. Now, I like to start out with a single crochet foundation row. So this pattern is a multiple of 4. So once you get your foundation row worked, don't skip, go, or you are skipping, but go into the second chain from the hook, so you're skipping that first stitch, and work a single crochet along. So that should leave you with 15 stitches if you crocheted 16, a chain of 16 long. I'm going to assume you're not quite working on your project yet, but if you are, it's a multiple of 4. Once you get your single foundation row finished, then we're going to turn our work, chain 1, and we're going to work a single crochet right in that first stitch. Okay, make sure my tension is right. Okay, 1, and we're going to work a single crochet in the first 3 stitches. That's 2. This is 3. Now we're going to chain 1, and I chain a little loose, skip 1, and we go into the next. And we're going to work a single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. This is 3. So we're going to chain 1, skip 1, and go into the next. That's 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches, chain 1, skip 1. You should have, when you get to the end of your work, you should have 3 stitches left, and you're going to work the last 3 single crochet in of the row. So once you do your chain 1, skip 1, that should be your last one. You should have 3 more stitches. So here's your chain 1, skip 1. You should have 3 more stitches to end your row. You're going to turn your work. We're going to chain 1, yarn over, and we're going to double crochet right into this same stitch. Okay, that very first stitch. Okay, so let's stop right here and let's take a look. So what we did last row that we just finished is single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, chain 1, skip 1. Okay, so you should have 3 single crochets between each of your chain 1, skip 1s all the way across, and you should end with 3 single crochets. Turn our work, chain 1, and work a double crochet into that same stitch, that very first stitch. Okay, now we're going to work our first row of setup, it's called. So we're going to double crochet in every stitch and in every chain 1 space. So we should have 3 double crochet, 1 in each of the single crochet stitches from the row below. So that's 1, 2, and here's 3. Then we single crochet into the chain 1 space, and we do this across the whole row. Here's our first double crochet, 1, yarn over, double crochet, 2, yarn over, in the next stitch double crochet, that's 3. So our next, if we did it right, should be the chain 1, skip 1 space, and we're going to work that double crochet in the space. Okay, 1, and then we're going to go back into that double crochet next to it, and that's the first one. Double crochet in the next stitch or double crochet, and double crochet again in the next double crochet. We should be coming to the chain 1 space if you counted correctly. If not, pause the video and go back. Now you should end with 3 stitches again, and we're going to put a double crochet in each one. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. This last stitch right here, we're going to double crochet in. Okay, now that ends that row. Now we're going to turn our work, chain 1, and we're going to single crochet into that first double crochet right here. Single crochet right here. Okay, now we're working our first arrow stitch. So we're going to yarn over twice as 2 treble crochet. Now what we need to do is find that first chain 1, skip 1 space, okay? And the stitch that we skipped right here, that's the stitch we're going to work this arrow stitch in. Now this first one on the end is only going to be a half of an arrow. So, and that's what we're going to do at the beginning of the row and at the end of the row. So when we go into this chain 1, the skipped space, okay, the best way I find to work it is I put my finger behind it and I put my finger here so that I'm covering all of these so that my hook, when I put it in, it's not coming up and getting tangled in any of this. And it makes it a little easier. So I hold it here, I go into that skipped stitch, and I come out like this. And that's how you're going to be going in and out of those chain 1, skip 1 spaces. Okay, so let's do this again. So we start with yarning over twice. So we yarn over twice. Okay, we go into the hole, into the skipped stitch rather, and we're coming out. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop through that stitch, okay? I've split that stitch some kind of way. Let's try it again. Okay, yarn over twice. Let me grab my... Okay, go into the stitch, yarn over and pull through up a loop. There we go. Yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So that's your treble crochet, and it's going to be going sideways like that. So now the next thing is we're going to take and turn our work and look. So we have this stitch that's unworked, that first stitch, we're going to skip it and we're going to go into this one. So we're going to go behind that treble crochet and go into that second stitch. Here's the first one. We're going into the second one. And we're going to work a single crochet into that stitch. Okay. Now we're going to chain one. We're going to skip one. And we're going to go into the next one with a single crochet. Now that's setting up our next row of arrows. Now we're going to yarn over twice. Now we're going to go back into this skipped stitch. Well, we're going to share that stitch with this full V that we're fixing to make a full V right here. Okay, so we're going to yarn over twice. I'm fixing my fingers over here. Here's the chain one space. There's the stitch. Okay, I'm going to go in to that stitch and I'm coming out of that chain one space just like we did before. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over, go through two. Yarn over, go through two. This time we stop right here. We leave these two loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over twice. And we're going to hold our loops on our hook. Now we're going to look for that second chain one, skip one space. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go into the stitch. I'm going to hold we're going into that stitch and we're coming out the back side. I got my fingers in a way so I don't get caught up in the other stitches here with my hook. I can manipulate my yarn and I can pull my hook up as I'm coming out of it. We want to make sure we in the whole stitch, the front and back loop. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop. We're going to yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two again. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So there's our first arrow stitch. Now we go to the back and we're going to look again. Here's that stitch. We're going to skip it and we're going to go into the next stitch. And we're going to work that single crochet right here. Chain one, skip one, and go into the next one and work a single crochet. Now we're starting all over. And remember, that first leg we're going to share with this first leg. That last one we're going to share with the first one. So we're going to yarn over twice, going into that stitch. Remember, the chain one space is right above it. We're going to position our hands so that we can see. It makes it a little more difficult, but I can feel it with my finger and I feel my hook. So I'm allowing it to go around my finger like that so as not to get tangled up with any of the other yarn. Yarn over, pull up my loop. Yarn over, pull through two. Yarn over, pull through two. We're going to stop here with 2 loops on our hook. Going to yarn over twice, and we're going to find that next chain one space, which is right here. There it is. Okay. I'm going to put my fingers where I can get it into that skipped stitch. I'm going to go into that stitch, feeling that hook coming out, making sure I'm behind both loops. I'm going to yarn over and pull up my loop. Yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, and pull through two, leaving 3. We're going to yarn over and go through all 3. And there's our second one. Now, if you're working on your project, you're going to have quite a few more of these to do before you get to the end. But here we are approaching the end. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back here and we're going to see this stitch and we're going to skip it and we're going to work into this one. So the stitch right behind that treble crochet we just made. And as you can see, we skipped this one and we're going into this one, okay? We're going to pull up that loop and work that single crochet. We're going to chain one, skip one, and go into the next. And work that single crochet. You should have 2 stitches left at this point at the end of the row. Only 2. Now we're working the last one. That last one, we're going to yarn over twice. We're going back to share this stitch. Okay, I have my fingers set up so I can come across my thumb and not get tangled in that yarn. Oops. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over, and we're going to work a full stitch. Pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and we're not going to stop here because it's our last one. It's the end of the row. Yarn over, go all the way through. We finish that stitch. Now we're going to skip the first one and go into the last one. So we go into that last stitch and we work our single crochet. And that's how we end our row of first arrows. Now, we have to set that row up, so we're going to turn our work, chain 1, and work a double crochet right into that very first stitch. And just like before, there's 1. We're going to work a double crochet in every stitch and in every chain 1 space. So here's our second stitch. Now our stitches may look a little different on this second row because we're coming and working off of those treble crochets. So they'll be a little elongated at times, the stitch themselves. So here we go, 3 double crochet, and here we are at our chain 1 space. We're going to work 1 into the chain 1 space. Now if you get lost, you can always rewind and watch it again. So 3 double crochet, 1 in each of the next 3 stitches. 1. Here's one of those elongated stitches. It's coming off of these connected treble crochets right here, and it gets a little long right there, as you can see, but it's still where we're going to work our double crochet into that 1 stitch. Then we have this stitch we're going to work our double crochet in. So that was 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. So now we're coming to our chain 1, skip 1 space, and we're going to work a double crochet in there. And that's what you're going to do along the whole row of your project. 1, 2, 3 double crochet, chain 1 space, into the chain 1 space, a double crochet. When I get to the end, I should have 3 stitches. 1. The last 3 stitches should be the 3 double crochets. 2, and in the last stitch here, 3. Okay. We turn our work, we chain 1, and we single crochet right back into this same stitch. And we stop right there because now we're getting ready to work our first arrow stitch. And I'm only going to do a few of these to right halfway through, and then you can just rewind and rewatch, and this is enough to get you to working it. So we yarn over twice. And of course, you can always come in my live and ask me questions or send me a message. Yarn over twice as to treble crochet. Find that chain 1, skip 1 space. We want to go into the stitch below it and come out of the space in the front. So we go into the stitch. I'm putting my finger here so I don't get tangled up in all of this. And it's coming out the front. Okay, I have both loops, the front and the back loop. Yarn over, pull up my loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. This is the very first one, so we finish it off. Yarn over, pull through the last 2. That's that half that's kind of slanted right there. We go forward. We see the stitches. We skip this one, and we go into the next one. It's right behind that treble crochet we just made. We go into that stitch, pull up a loop, and work that single crochet right there. We're going to chain 1, and like I said, I kind of chain a little loosely, skip 1, and go into the next. And there's our chain 1 space for next time. Yarn over twice. Remember, we share that first stitch, the first side, with this one. So I'm going to fix my fingers so that when I go into that stitch, when I'm coming out, I can feel my hook not getting tangled in any of the rest of the yarn. I'm going to pull up my loop, pull through 2, then pull through 2. Leaving 2 on my hook, we stop right here and we yarn over twice. Then we come over here. The chain 1 spaces are going to be in the middle of these V's right here. So here's your next one. Fix my fingers. I'm going into that missed stitch that we skipped, and I'm going to come up through there, pulling down a little bit on my yarn, pulling up a little bit on my hook, and the 2 movements together really make it work easy. Pull up that loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I have 3 loops left on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through those 3. Now that's our first full stitch. We're going to lean forward. We're going to skip this one and go into this one. As you can see, skipped in this one, going into that one. Pull up a loop and work that single crochet right there. Chain 1 kind of loosely, skip 1, and go into the next and work a single crochet. I'm going to do this last one right here, and then I'm going to quit. So yarn over twice, going into this with the shared stitch, coming out of that chain 1 space, go in. It gets kind of tight, but I can feel it under my thumb, so I let it come up. Yarn over, pull up my loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and we stop. Okay? Yarn over twice. We find our next one between the V's. Our skipped stitch is right here. We go into that skipped stitch, coming out of the front of that chain 1 space. Yarn over, pull up that loop. Yarn over, pull through 2. yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and here we are. Now we lean forward, skipping that first stitch and going into the second stitch, pulling up a loop and single crocheting, and here we are. So that is the arrow stitch. If you have any questions, please feel free to come see me in my live or leave a question, and I will be glad to get back with you at any time. Thank you.